Hello, welcome back for another video. Today what we're going to talk about is a secret or not really well-known method to get rerolls in Anime Vanguards. And I just figured this out just about a couple of days ago, and I wanted to share this secret or this method with you guys in today's video. By the way guys, we are super close to our goal of 40,000 subscribers and our ultimate goal of 50,000 subscribers by the end of this year. One of our milestones on this channel is 50,000 subscribers, and our first giveaway milestone is 40,000 subscribers. And as a way of saying thank you to you guys, I'm gonna be giving away some game passes, battle pass, gems, maybe some rerolls as well. All you have to really do in order to join this giveaway is to like and subscribe, and yeah, help me get to 40,000 subscribers and eventually 50,000 subscribers. Without further ado, let's get this video started. Alright, so this secret reroll method that I want to talk about is actually going to be about it's going to be about leaderboards. Okay, so this is something that I think a lot of people aren't really putting focus on right now because they think it's not really something that's that important. But I wanted to take a look at, for example, shiny leaderboards or shiny units in the tournament leaderboards, right? So this is gonna give you 35 rerolls if you get top 1, and if you get top 2 or 3, you're gonna get 20 rerolls, and you're gonna get the normal Mechamaru. Now, the reason why I wanted to put some focus on this is because trading is eventually gonna get added into Anime Vanguards eventually, right? At the rate they're doing updates right now, maybe it's gonna be in Anime Vanguards after 3 or 2 more updates, which is about 2 more months, maybe, give or take. But the reason why I wanted to put some focus on this is because leaderboards are actually going to be very important if you want to get anything good, because these units right here are going to be tied to you playing the game. Now, I know you guys might say that not everybody's gonna be in the leaderboards, but you actually can get into the traits disabled leaderboards. And like, I know it's not really that hard, it's not really that easy, but there's a lot of strategy videos out there that's going to be detailing how you can get this. There's going to be a lot of strategy videos out there that's going to be telling you how you can get to these certain leaderboards. Now, you can watch other YouTubers or maybe you can figure it out yourself, but the reason why I want you guys to put some focus on this is because eventually these units right here, there's only going to be a limited amount of them in the game. So when trading is finally available, these units right here will probably have the best prices in terms of reroll. So maybe there's gonna be people out there that's gonna be trading rerolls for these certain units. Now, again, this might seem like a rich gets richer type of thing, but I myself personally didn't focus or didn't want to participate in tournaments, and I probably never will still because I can spend money. But if you are a person that actually can't spend money on this game, leaderboards are probably your only chance of really getting a lot of traits, because they're never gonna add an actual free-to-play method to get traits. So my recommendation is you can farm traits disabled. This should be your number one thing that you're farming right now, because if you can manage to get top 1 and get the shiny unit, depending on how good that shiny unit is, like, it's never gonna be a meta unit, but people are gonna take a look at its cosmetic. If its cosmetic is good, people might buy it for 100 rerolls, maybe even more than 100 rerolls, and that's gonna be a huge help, right? Then, let's say for example, you've gotten good units, like maybe you have a Monarch, you got lucky, you got one Monarch, got an Ethereal unit, you have a bunch of Deadeye units. Then you can also maybe try to do some Paragon stages, because like for example, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 Paragon stages right here. And if you can, for example, get a good team and maybe get into the leaderboard in some of those, you could actually get, for example, I think this is going to be Broly. From what I've heard, this is going to be Broly. So let's say, for example, in Paragon stages, you get into the leaderboard in Planet Namek, Sand Village, Double Dungeons, and Shibuya Station. Let's say, for example, you get into the leaderboards in those areas, right? Like, if you actually take a look at it, if you actually manage to get into the leaderboards in Paragon for Planet Namek, which I guess Planet Namek is going to be a little bit difficult because there's so many people that's actually trying to do it. But if you could maybe, for example, get Sand Village, Planet Namek leaderboard, or Double Dungeon leaderboards, for example, if you could get to the Double Dungeons leaderboard, or maybe even Shibuya Station leaderboards, if you could get to all 4 of these leaderboards, you could get 4, I believe, of this shiny unit right here. And also you can get 3, 6, 9, 12, 123 3 rolls from that as well. But the most important here is the unit that you're gonna get, Because if you could get into the Paragon leaderboards and maybe even one of the infinite leaderboards, you could genuinely get a lot of value from the leaderboard unit that you're gonna get from this. You could sell it maybe eventually for 100 rerolls, maybe eventually for 200 rerolls, something like that. Or at the very least, it's gonna sell for like 50 rerolls. But if you keep doing this, it's gonna add up, right? Like you're gonna eventually add up a lot of units. And since trading is not gonna be added for I think about 2-3 more months, you could genuinely get a lot of units already prepared for trading, to trade when trading finally eventually gets released, which will definitely help you out a lot. I can guarantee you that this is a method that a lot of people never decided to think about, because people think, oh, leaderboards are hard, like I'm never gonna get into the leaderboards, or tournaments is super hard, I'm never gonna be able to win tournaments. But you actually can win tournaments, traits disabled. You can do this. It's not very difficult because there's strats to allow you to do this. So at the very least, try and focus on the tournament traits disabled, because again, the value that you can get from this unit right here once trading releases is a lot. You could genuinely get a lot of value for this leaderboard unit. And you could use this to trade eventually for rerolls when the update for trading finally eventually does happen. Now, I know that this might sound like a cop-out, like this might sound like, you know, a very weird method, or not the method that you were expecting. You were probably expecting a very normal method, like, you know, just farm this and get a certain amount of rerolls. But unfortunately, there is never going to be, okay, I'm gonna tell you this right now, never going to be an actual free good reroll method in Anime Vanguards like how there is in AnimeDefenders or Anime Last Stand. It's never going to happen. So the sooner you understand this, the sooner that you can actually enjoy this game. I don't recommend people to actually spend money on this game, because I think even spending money, there's not really a high chance of you getting Monarch. I myself have spent over $500 on this game and only got one Monarch, and I don't want people doing that because it's not really a very smart way of spending your money. And they're never going to be a game that's actually going to add free reroll methods. They're never going to increase the chances for Monarch, never going to add ways to get Monarch for free, or never going to add ways to get rerolls for free. And this is, or leaderboards is pretty much the closest you could ever get to maybe getting an actual good free reroll method. Because even the last one, Paragon Stages, which I thought was a very good free reroll method, is actually not really free because of how difficult that game mode is. So right now, Traits Disabled is going to be your best bet of ever getting tons of rerolls, because you could sell the units that you are gonna get from this eventually into the market when trading finally releases. And again, this is probably the closest you're ever gonna get to an actual free reroll method in the game. Because I remember when I was playing AnimeDefenders, getting rerolls was harder in AnimeDefenders, but because trading existed, you could trade for certain units, and you could get a lot of rerolls when you traded certain units. And I think eventually for Anime Vanguards, that's going to be the thing as well. So focus on the leaderboard units like tournaments, and get the units from here and trade those for rerolls. Like again, the prices might range from 50 rerolls to 100 rerolls, and you know, eventually once you have a better team, you can start doing Paragon stage leaderboards as well, which will definitely get you more rerolls as well in the future. And that's gonna be it for today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and peace out everybody. Peace.